Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I want to talk about the daily challenges and the issues surrounding that. But before I get into that, I do just want to say I don't like making two kind of negative accusatory videos back to back, just because, you know, I think it riles up the community a little bit too much and it might be negative for the game. But I feel like this is an important one, and you know, we have a bit of a lull right now, I guess, with game content, so it's a good time to kind of put your foot on the gas and let's hopefully, you know, bring about some constructive criticism and conversation that will get Netmarble to change things, and will get them to look at this a little bit more closely if they aren't already. You know, we got a small server patch a few hours ago to change a lot of bug fixes and stuff like that. I'm sure if we, you know, speak in a clear but stern voice, maybe we can get some, you know, quick patches for stuff like this. So what's going on with the daily challenges board? They've changed it around so that it looks a lot nicer, and they've changed it around so that I think it's easier on average to get all of the rewards up to the 30 crystals. You are getting an additional 30 crystals per week. I have leftover rewards here that I'm gonna collect when the day rolls over, and I'll be able to do so. So instead of being 30 out of 30, I believe I'm gonna be about 34 or 35 out of 30. So I could have missed a couple here and there and still gotten my extra 30 crystals, but that's not the case for everyone, and that's the issue. These new rewards, but in addition, the original rewards, the 25 crystals per day, is the most meaningful part of the daily challenges for players, especially who are free to play. And I know that they're not the only market for this game, but they are a portion of the market that we do need to consider when it comes to things like small daily rewards. The 25 crystals are very meaningful. When we had our discussion, you know, many videos ago about whether you should go for the Doctor Strange epic quest or the Wolverine epic quest, I made the argument that the Doctor Strange epic quest might be a bit easier or might be a bit cheaper because it doesn't require the crystal investment for the Magneto mission that the Wolverine epic quest does if you choose to go that route. And I know quite a few fans and quite a few people who play this game who were saving up using daily crystals from this reward system, in addition to other ways of kind of farming crystals, and saving those up to get 6,600 to get Magneto's deluxe pack, ignoring uniform sales, ignoring item sales and stuff like that. So this is a meaningful part of the game for everyone, but it has this particular meaning for those free-to-play players that don't have another way of generating crystals quickly or generating them consistently with something like a Stark Stash. And whether you think that that's a big investment in the game or not is kind of besides the point. The point is that there wasn't a need, or there wasn't any kind of incentive to change the daily missions or to change the daily challenges, but they were changed. And how were they changed? Well, we don't have a consistent board anymore every single day. Now the board appears kind of randomly. It appears to be on some kind of rotation, because I have seen some of these quests before, but I haven't seen them in this combination. So I happen to have today, you know, Villain Siege on hard, comic card upgrade, gear upgrade for custom gear or obelisks, and then I have a world boss clear and a world boss ultimate clear. I think a few days ago I had a world boss clear but not a world boss ultimate clear. And you know, things like the assemble points is now no longer even on the list of daily challenges, and that's, to me, is also an additional problem. A lot of people are complaining about these extra quests that they can't complete, and I agree with you, and I'll get to that. But in addition, there were quests that we needed to have in the game at all, because as you can see, I have multiple people on my friends list who just never sent me you know, assemble points, because it's not something that they need to do, because it's not on the daily challenges anymore. And you know, it's one thing, okay, yeah, maybe we just need to remind the people who are playing this game to do that, and it should be the players reminding each other to do that rather than the game reminding you to do that. But I think that the assemble points in your friends list was an integral part, and having those things linked to something important like a daily quest kind of reinforced the social aspect of the game, and taking that out weakens the social aspect of the game. And so I do think that they should bring back the assemble point challenge. It doesn't have to be there every day, but sending assemble points should be a part of the achievement list, at least for newer players, because it's free to do, it's easy to do, and it encourages them to build a friends list, and then it, you know, gets them familiarized with what assemble points are. It gets them to use them to get energy, and that, you know, was going to help them get better at the game anyways. And I think overall it doesn't serve any negative thing, it's just a good thing to do. But in addition to that, a lot of people have been complaining because some of the missions that they've gotten in their daily challenges list are missions that they cannot complete. So for a new player, if they get something like Guardians of the Galaxy, the World Boss Ultimate clear, they may not be able to clear it. If they don't have a tier 2 Coulson, if they don't have, you know, a Doctor Strange or a Sharon Rogers, or, you know, in more extreme cases, Jean Grey, they just can't do it. And so a lot of people have been calling, and I think it would be wise for Netmarble to create, you know, additional paths to this achievement. There's different ways they can go about this. They can just change the wording for everyone and make it World Boss Ultimate Attempt or Participation. And while I'm not a big fan of just letting everyone participate and yay, you're so great for participating, in regards to daily challenges, I think it's important to set the bar at the average or just a little bit lower than the average. You know, and you can gate it in different ways if you'd like. You can make it so that once someone hits shield level 70, their daily missions will change, or their daily challenges will become altered in some way to become more difficult. You can even have a warning, hey, you know what, when you get to stage shield level 70 or shield level 60, you're going to start to see more challenging daily missions. That can be part of the level up screen, because we already have the level up screen telling you you've got a recharge of energy, you've got this thing going on and that thing going on, your shield level went up by 1, you can do all this new stuff, whatever you unlocked, Uru or whatever. So you can just have an additional thing at the bottom, daily challenges have been altered, daily challenges have been modified or enhanced or amplified. You know, you talk about amplifying Uru, let's amplify the daily challenges, why don't we? You know, and it's going to create a better system overall for everyone, and it's going to make people not angry. And so I think the daily challenges thing might have been a little bit rushed on Netmarble's end to see some of these quests pop up. Another one that people like to talk about that doesn't really make sense is the one that asks you to upgrade a character's gears. Now, it's not the custom gear upgrade, I'm talking about the actual character gears that go up to 20. And the reason why people are bringing that up is because what if you already have all the characters' gears geared up to 20? What do you do in that situation? What if you're an ultra, you know, fucking alien-sized whale, planetary-sized Goomba, and you've already got everybody at tier 2? You're supposed to just wait till a new character comes out and then slowly upgrade their gears every day or 2 or 3 when you randomly get that quest. That seems a bit silly to me. The incentive of the daily challenges is not really to make you irritated or make you, you know, wander around different game modes and kind of constrict what you can do with your characters because you're trying to save their gears because of the daily quests to get some more crystals. No, the daily challenges should be things that you're going to do in your normal routine anyway, but by completing them you feel an extra sense of reward and an extra sense of accomplishment because they're now tied to this, which is ultimately tied to 25 crystals, which is a pretty good daily prize. So I think that Netmarble should take a look at these again. You know, things like the upgrade comic cards, things like upgrade custom gear, I think they're great. I have no problem with them at all as long as they're working as intended and they're not bugged. Some people have also discussed the fact that they have a challenge to complete normal alliance battle or extreme alliance battle, but after they complete the game mode it does not unlock the daily challenge for them. I don't know if that's something that's, you know, individual to individual, and restarting your device or something like that can help you out, or clearing the cache. But if it's something that's a recurring theme for a lot of people, then it should be looked at by Netmarble. But in addition to that, I think that there needs to be a closer look given to, as we discussed, having the more difficult challenges, the ones like World Boss Ultimate, Villain Siege on Hard, Extreme Alliance Battle Clear, even Normal Alliance Battle Clear. Those should be gated towards people based on their shield level, and that's what I haven't found, because when the daily challenges first came out, I asked a lot of fans in the Twitch chat, hey guys, what are your challenges today and what shield level are you? And I had a lot of people messaging me shield level 70, different VIP levels, VIP 4, VIP 5, me, VIP 11, and we all had different daily challenges. So there seems to be either a different kind of algorithm to calculate what your daily challenges should be, or what worries me is no algorithm to calculate your daily challenges, which is what could be causing newer players or players who have an under-geared roster to still be getting kind of BS daily challenges that they cannot complete. And I don't think Netmarble did this on purpose, despite what people might think. I think it was an honest mistake. They maybe rushed out the daily challenges board and they didn't think too much about its impact on newer players, but I think it does need to be looked at again, and I do want to speak about it now and make sure that we stamp this this paper, because it's important that the free-to-play players feel like they have a shot and feel like they have a chance to catch up to the big boys. And the daily challenges and those extra 25 and now those 30 crystals are really an important part, and they should, you know, have a 95% chance to get them every single week. Finally, I want to bring to you guys one more piece of information that's not necessarily related to this, but is something that I wanted to discuss really quickly, but it doesn't deserve its own video, and that's the Defenders Uniform Discount event. Because the Netflix Defenders show is coming out in about a day or so, Netmarble has decided to discount all of the Defenders uniforms, which are the 5 Punisher, Elektra, Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, to 750 crystals. Unfortunately, I think this is not smart. And I think this is not smart because we recently had an upgrade to Daredevil. But if you look at it, Daredevil is still a pretty bad character in a bad place. In addition, Punisher, not that great of a character. So there's at least 2 characters on this list of 5 that deserve or could use some kind of rebalancing. And yet they're going to piggyback off of the Defenders, you know, Netflix show to try and sell more uniforms. And this to me is not something that I like. I'm a little bit upset by this, especially for Daredevil. You know, you can take the time to create a nice new graphic, and you can take the time to advertise that you're going to be discounting these uniforms, but you can't take the time to upgrade or properly rebalance the actual heroes that these uniforms are for, to the point where I would actually want to buy Daredevil's new uniform because he's now a decent character in the game. No, you can't do that. Then I'm gonna save my crystals. Thank you very much. So you know what, guys, honestly, I don't think any of these 5 characters are particularly valuable in the meta these days. I think the only one that has any kind of place is maybe Iron Fist or Luke Cage, but you really don't need them until end game just to like round out your roster. So I would encourage you guys, if you're not desperately in need of one of these uniforms, don't buy them. Because if we don't buy them and none of them get sold, then maybe Netmarble will properly rebalance characters like Daredevil, which they failed to do in the last patch, despite the fact that they brought it up as a rebalance, but he's still just as terrible as he was. And I think the Defenders deserved a lot more than this. They had no ties to the new Shadowland update, and I've already discussed my issues with that update. And just selling the uniforms just feels kind of cheap to me at this point, and I'm not happy with how this is being presented. This is kind of giving me feelings of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with that update for the 2-year anniversary. It's like, hey, here's Gamora's uniform. She still sucks though. Hey, here's discounted Daredevil's uniform. He still sucks though. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts on both the daily challenges and what needs to change for that, in addition to sliding in at the end my, you know, kerfuffle and kind of my frumpy attitude about the uniform sale. So let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the comment section as always, and of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow and tonight on Twitch. Take care.